Hey and welcome back. This is the last video of Module 2 and it's a practical one. You already know what get, post, put, patch and delete are. But knowing the definition and knowing how to actually apply them in an AI backend are two different things. In this video, we are going through each HTTP method using real genai examples, the kind of endpoints Karan is actually going to build. Let's get into it. Look at the tables on the screen. On the left, the tutorial world. Get fetches a user, post creates a product. Clean, simple, forgettable. On the right, genai backend reality. The methods are same, but what they trigger is different. Post doesn't just write a database row. It starts a pipeline, runs an agent, kicks off an async job. Delete doesn't just remove a record. It cleans up a vector store. Put reprocesses a config. The mental model on the right is the one you need. Methods trigger workflows and side effects, not just direct data writes. Get is for reading. No state changes, no pipeline. Look at the 4 examples on the screen. Fetch a specific document by ID. List all ingested document with filters. Get a chart session and its history. Fetch the current model config. All these are pure reads. Notice what's not here. Asking a question is not a get. Even though it feels like a read, it triggers an embedding call, a vector search, and an LLM call. That belongs in post. The rule is simple. If your endpoint only returns data and changes nothing, use get. Post is for creating something or triggering an operation. Look at the 4 examples. Post / ask. Submit a question to RAG system. It triggers a full pipeline. Post / document / ingest. Ingest a new document. Post / session starts a new chat session. Post / agent / run kicks off an agent workflow. The key insight is the bullet at the bottom of the slide. Post is correct even when you are not storing anything. If your endpoint does work, if it triggers a process, post is the right method. That's the rule. Now, put and patch are both for updates, but they work differently. Look at the 2 code blocks. The put example sends every field, model name, temperature, max token, system prompt, all of it, even if only one thing changed. That's a full replacement. The patch example sends only the system prompt. Everything else stays the same. In AI backends, patch is more practical for config updates. You really want to reset every setting just to change one. Use put when you are replacing everything. Use patch when you are changing 1 or 2 fields. Now, delete removes a resource, but in a RAG system, it means more than a database row. Look at the first example. Delete / document / document ID. In a standard web app, that's a SQL delete. In current RAG's API, that document also has embedding in a vector store and chunk in an index. If you only delete the database record and forget the vector store, the document is gone from your UI, but it still shows up in retrieval results. That's real production bug. The HTTP method is delete, but your implementation needs to clean up every store that holds that document's data. Keep that in mind when you build the deletion endpoint in Module 6. So, that wraps up Module 2. You have gone from REST basics all the way through request bodies, response models, error handling, file uploads, and a complete HTTP method breakdown for a real RAG API. Methods trigger workflow in AI backends, not just database writes. Post trigger pipelines, delete cleanups vector stores, patch updates config surgically. Keep those rules in mind as you build, and I'll see you in Module 3.